with Terry, and I'm putting him on leash so I have more control over him so he's not wandering about and he's paying attention to what I'm teaching him. Today I'm going to work on sit, down, and look. Now, look is the very first one that I teach because look is critical to getting their attention and having them follow and basically synchronize with you. So if they're looking at you, then they're willing to do whatever it is you're going to ask them to do next. It also helps to redirect if they're distracted by something. So if a cat walks by or a squirrel or whatever, you say, look at me, then they should be looking at you instead of the squirrel. So the first thing I'm going to do, Terry's got a pretty good sit, good boy. So when you do sit, you have a hand signal that goes with it, which is like that. You're just raising your hand up. And he's very good at sit. So technically, he doesn't even need a reward for sit, as long as he's reliable and he does it when asked. Terry, sit. Yes, good boy. Now, when his butt hits the ground, you mark it with a yes, and that basically tells him he did the right thing. And it also tells him that when he's learning something, when his butt hits the ground, you say yes, it means a reward is coming. Terry, sit. Yes, good boy. Now that time he offered the sit on his own, which he does pretty frequently, which is a good thing. You want them to just get automatic where they sit when you're going to feed them, or if you're going to take him outside and you want to put him on his leash, all that kind of stuff. So to teach him look, we're going to put him in a sit. Good boy. We're going to take that treat right to his nose. And we're going to bring it up to our face. Look. Yes. And then reward. Again, mark it with the yes. Look. Yes. Good boy. He's got really good eye contact, which helps to make this much easier. Terry, look. Yes. And each time I'm making him hold it a little bit longer because you want him to be able to look at you and hold that look so he's focused on you until you release him. All right, come here, baby. Look, hold it, good. Yes. Okay, buddy, okay, good boy. And you want to release so that he knows he doesn't have to continue looking at you. He can go about whatever else he's trying to do, which for him, he's a very busy little guy. So he always wants to be checking something out. Terry, look. Yes, good boy. That was a very good look. Now, if you're, watching TV, you're doing whatever around the house, and he's just kind of doing his own thing, you randomly want to say, Terry, look. Yes. And it's instant. He should look at you. Good boy. Yes. Come here. Good boy. Right. Terry, over here. Ready? Sit. Now notice when I'm a little bit of a distance away from him, he's not as reliable on his sit. That's because when you put a distance, they actually think you're kind of asking them a little bit something different. They don't generalize well, so if they're taught to sit right here, sit, they're reliable. Yes, good boy. But if I try to stand back a little ways, you guys stand up first. Come on. Now he's sitting too much. Come on, buddy. That's it. Sit. Yes. Then you're going to be able to build his reliability from a distance. And so you put a little bit more distance in each time. So you can eventually be across the room, tell him to sit, and he sits. Terry, sit. 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 Sometimes leaning into it and kind of emphasizing. Sit. Yes, good boy. And then that'll help him to get a little bit better at that. Terry, look. So when he looks away, I say an which corrects him, basically telling him not what I'm looking for. Terry, look. Yes. Good boy, come. Yes. Good job. Puppies are easily distracted. They have very little impulse control, so they want to, be doing their own thing. Terry, look. Yes, good boy. Come here. That was good that time. He was distracted sniffing something. And he stopped what he was doing and looked at me. Sit. Sit. Yes. Look. Hold it. Good. Good. Good boy. Yes. Good job, buddy. So his look is really good, but you just want to kind of continue building his abilities with that. So now we're going to work on down. Now, with how long his legs are, a lot of dogs with long legs have a hard time with down because it's kind of awkward. And when you're teaching down, you're basically taking that treat right to their nose. You're coming straight down and out. And the whole purpose of the out part of it is they adjust their paws so that they then go to a down. Now, I was doing this with him a little bit ago, and he's kind of struggling. And it's because of those long legs. It's very hard for him. So you want him in a sit first. I'm putting that treat right at his nose. And I'm going to come straight down, slowly, and out. Down. I'm not worried about the command because I want him to just get the motion. Down. And see how he's bending his elbows? So I'm going to mark that. Yes, good boy. And let him have a little reward. Even though he didn't go all the way down, I just want to mark the bending of the elbows. Good boy. Down. Down. Oh, you're so close. So close. Oh, you almost had it. Come here, buddy. Sit. Down. Some dogs will kind of slide into the down or kind of fall into it. But it's really hard for him. He's not adjusting those front paws like a lot of dogs do. So I'm going really slow. Down. And I'm letting him nibble it because I want him to stay motivated. Down. Oh, almost there. Yes! That's close enough. Good boy. And I gave him the whole treat that time because he was so close to being down. Come here. Sit. Ready? Down. Come on. Down. Sometimes you can even kind of curl it and they fall into that down. Down. Come here, buddy. Come here. All right. Ready? Sit. Ready? Down. And notice I'm not pulling his feet out. Yes, good boy, you're doing it. You're doing it. Yes. Good job. So close. Yes. Good boy. The reason I don't pull his feet out is that if you physically manipulate the dog, they don't learn as well. If they have to do it on their own, they tend to learn it better. Ready? Sit. You want to give them a chance to think what it is I'm asking them to do. Sit. Down. Down. Come on, buddy. And you want to use a relatively large treat for this to keep him really motivated because this is such a hard thing for him. Sit. Down. Almost. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Down. Sit. Down. And what you're trying to avoid is for his butt coming back up. Down. Yes, you're getting there. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Down. Down. Come on. Down. Come on. This is really hard for him. Come on, buddy. I know. It's really hard, isn't it? It's really hard. Sit. Sometimes I'll even just kind of put my hand on their butt. I'm not physically manipulating them, but I'm keeping that butt from coming up. Down. Come on. Down. No, you're not going to do it today. Look at me. Yes. Good boy. So you just keep working on that a little bit at a time. The other thing is if he's playing or whatever, and he just all of a sudden lays down on his own, you want to capture that. So you'll, yes, good boy, that's a down, so that he starts to kind of figure out, oh, wait a minute, I laid down, they said yes, and I got a reward for it. So you'll want to have your treats handy so that you can always be ready if he does do the down on his own. Sit down. Down. And he's not going to offer a down right now for me because he's too engaged with training and everything. So usually they'll offer a down on their own when they're playing or chewing on something or just kind of relaxing. And so as soon as I go down, yes, good boy, and then reward him. Good job, buddy. Look at me. Good. Yes. Good boy. Hold it. Hold it right there. Good boy. Yes. Nice job. So that is our work today with sit down and look. Those are your most basic. And then we will try some other commands later. Look at me.